Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome back to Quarantine Guitar Lessons with Miss Hakala. We're still working out of our Jerry Snyder Guitar School book, and we are on page 73. We're still focusing on our 6 major notes, our B, C, D, E, F, G, but little by little we're adding in more musical symbols, more musical terminology. So on the top of page 73 it says tie. Now this is not a tie like you would wear on your neck, not a necktie, a musical tie. And basically what a tie is, I like to tell my students, it's basically like addition or adding. Let me put my guitar down and pull up the book so I can explain this a little better too. Alright, so right here, our first example has a quarter note tied to another quarter note. That's what a tie looks like. It's a connecting line underneath these 2 notes. So 1 quarter note plus 1 quarter note equals 2 beats. 1 plus 1 equals 2. In this exercise, we have a dotted half note, which we just learned equals 3, tied to a quarter note for 1 beat. So that is 3 plus 1 equals 4 beats. Down here, we have a half note, which equals 2 beats, tied to a quarter note, which equals 1 beat. 2 plus 1 equals 3. And then lastly, we have a half note tied to a half note. 2 plus 2 equals 4. And then here's another exercise showing just how long those ties really can be. Now you may be asking, why do we have to use ties? Why can't we just write out symbols? Why do we have to have 2 quarter notes tied to each other? Why can't we just write a half note? Well, sometimes, like in the next song we're going to learn here, Sort of Blue, the note needs to carry past a measure. It needs to go longer than the measure will allow. So we have to have ties to connect basically the 2 measures together. Hopefully looking at your music that kind of makes sense. Without looking at the picture, it probably doesn't help. But we're going to play Sort of Blue here. Alright, so it's in 3/4 time, 3 beats per measure, andante, which is a nice slower speed. And then notice at the end, there's a repeat sign. Now, I'm looking for the other half, I don't see it. We go back to the beginning. Sometimes composers will do that. If there's a repeat at the end and they want you to go back to the very beginning, sometimes they don't put the other repeat sign in there, and it's just assumed that you know it goes back to the beginning. So if you see a repeat sign and cannot find the other half to save your life, it means you're going back to the beginning. This song also has a solo line and an accompaniment line. We are just going to play the solo line. Alright, Sort of Blue. Get my fingers ready. Alright. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so hopefully with my counting you could feel those ties and how extended they were. We're going to play Sort of Blue again, except this time I'm not going to count. You're going to have to count on your own. Now, you heard how I counted. I count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of my students count it differently. They sometimes will count half notes. They'll go 1, 2, 1, 2. Whichever way works for you, as long as you're counting in some way. If you're trying to guess, your odds aren't good. You really, really need to know how many beats you're playing, especially in slower music with longer notes. I wouldn't suggest guessing. You're going to be wrong probably about half the time. So I'm going to play it again. I'm not going to count out loud, but I am going to be keeping a steady beat. I am tapping my foot. You can't see it, but I will kind of nod my head so that your beat will be the same as my beat. Okay? All right, here we go. Sort of Blue. And 1, 2, 3. Okay? Hopefully you were caught up with me on that. All right, looking at the bottom of page 73, Mary Ann. Now we actually played this at the beginning of our semester. It was probably our second or third day of class. We strummed the chords only. It was one of our beginner basic songs. You'll notice this version has those exact same chords. So if we were in class, I would probably have everybody learn the solo line and then split the class in half, have one half play the solo line, have the other half play the chords. We don't have that. It's just us. It's just me. It's you sitting at home. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the song. We're going to play the single notes as written. And then when that's done, I will go back and play it again and give you the chance at home to play the chords. You might have to look back early in your book if you forgot your chords, but it's good review. All right, so here's Mary Ann. We're going to play the singular notes. I had to go ahead and write my numbers in, my open 1, 3. It's getting a little hard for me, so I'm guessing it's a little hard for you too. All right, here's Mary Ann. Starts on an open E. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, like I said, you might want to write your notes in for this. I write, like I said, 0s and 3s, 1s and 3s. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have open, 1, and 3 all over this. Alright, we're going to play it again. I'm going to play what I just played, but you are going to play the chords. So, let's see, you start on your C chord. Where's my pick? Ooh. This is a good break in the programming here to show you this. Here is your assignment for this week. I want you to email me this code. You don't have to say anything else, just email me this number, and that'll show me that you've actually been watching my videos. So hope to receive this number in an email sometime this week. Alright, here we go, Mary Ann. You're playing the chord, I'm playing the notes. Get your C chord ready. 1, 2, ready, go. Stop. I didn't tell you what to do. I want you to just strum. Just strum. Okay? Just strum 4 beats like we did when we were beginners. Sorry about that. Alright. You're strumming, I'm playing the melody. 1, 2, ready, go. Bum, 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 bum. Strum, 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 strum. Strum, 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 strum. Strum, 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 strum. Strum, 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 strum. All right. I'm going to pause this video here. Next time we will be adding our notes on our 3rd string. So take a break. Don't forget to email me that code, and I'll see you later.